Welcome to part 2 of 10 Minute Tuesday, frequently asked questions. This is the second part of what we did last week, so let's get right into it. Paint fumes are getting to Joey, dude.
Yeah, I just got done painting that pontoon.
Unbelievable.
Son of a
Keeps
bitch,
blinking. He's like, I might.
What do you use for decoys?
A mix.
Pretty much a hodgepodge. Well, ever since I lost all the dive bombs last year, we're kind of in trouble for decoy numbers. So we used all the dive bomb floaters last year, and we've been using their silhouettes for years, and they're great. But this year we have some DSD goose floaters, so that's pretty lit. And a hodgepodge of AV&X, GHG, dive bomb floaters, and some of those old diver decoys that are just fully made of styrofoam with like a blockhead.
I won't lie to you. It's actually, I'm actually not shocked, but like pleasantly surprised at how well Dive Bomb's paint has held up on the decoys.
Pretty good.
It's pretty solid, man.
Pretty good.
Because I know what Joey like does with the decoys and stuff, and like I see, so like they get the full abuse. Like
Well, they get it.
Those decoys are getting it, and really solid actually.
And then we use Lucky Ducks for spinners.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no other way, baby.
No.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What waders do you use?
First light. First light, dude.
Easy and
Can't
quick?
get them yet, but when you can, they are sick.
They are dope. Big fan of them.
Very
Cal
nice.
just wore them for the first time. You really liked them, huh?
I wore them when we were in
the
Nebraska, but they were a size too small.
Oh.
So they're very uncomfortable.
Oh, but these ones are comfortable?
They are the right size.
Nice.
Very nice.
Perfect.
Which is why, by the way, Carter hates water hunting.
Mhm.
And then today I was like, well, what waders do you have? And he's like, I'm like, so you have diaper waders? And he's like, yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, well, that's why you don't like wearing waders, dude.
Yeah.
So.
It's true. You look like you wear a diaper, though.
Big diaper guy. You know what he needs to do? Make sure that the kitty cat wears the diaper.
This is true.
This is true. It is becoming quite the problem with it peeing on the SST drives.
Nope. Never worked.
Give the cat that diaper.
Anyways,
Okay, we will put the camera in the room and see.
favorite way to make duck.
All right, my favorite way to make duck was shown to me by Joey's stepmom, and it is duck crostini. So what it is, essentially, is you get baguette bread, just like tenderloin crostini. So picture that, but with duck. So you're cutting your duck into like 1-inch chunks or 2-inch chunks, and then they're getting seared so that they're medium rare, cooked in a little bit of duck sauce, and then you put baguette bread sliced in the oven, take it out, little toasted on it, and then you just put goat cheese, little piece of duck, little sliver onion, little drizzle orange duck sauce. And I'm telling you, get a fancy schmancy person who's got high taste and give them that. If they say they don't like duck, they will not have a problem with that. It's a guarantee. Also, though, I've got to give mad props to my guy, Joey, because he's come a long way with his cooking of the duck.
What's up, you bitch?
And he's learned the importance of the brine, the process. I'm telling you, this weekend, Joey crushed the duck, and is also very good at drooling from his beard. Joey, tell us your favorite ways to make duck.
It's been the same for a very long time, but especially on opener when you're shooting smaller ducks and shit, you just you soak them in milk. Cal really likes to brine them. It's a little bit too much chemistry for me to brine them, so I just soak them in milk, cut them in like 1-inch chunks. So like for a breast, you have the long way, and you probably cut it in half for a mallard, and then you cut it 3 times or 2 times, and then you wrap that thing in bacon, not like the whole thing of bacon. You cut your bacon into 3 different lengths. You wrap that in bacon. You put it on a long skewer, and then you put them all together pretty tight. And then right before, oh my God, I almost forgot the most important part. You dry the meat. After it's done soaking, you dry it with a paper towel or a rag or something. And it makes it so that the sauce stays on there. Yeah. And I coat it in duck sauce, coat the whole skewer in duck sauce, and then put my favorite seasoning on it.
Yeah. I mean, don't you think that you notice like a difference when we brine it, man? Like, wouldn't you say this weekend, like
It's the same.
duck is better?
It's the same.
I think that personally, I think duck brining makes a big difference. Just is literally just water and then like a shit pile of salt and sugar in the water. And that's after you rinse the shit out of the duck, like rinse it out really good. I think a lot of people fuck up because they don't understand that you have to, if you're going to eat wild game and you want it to taste good, then you're going to have to understand the fact that the cow that you bought at the store, they didn't just cut it out of the cow and then put it in a package, dude. You know, there's a little bit of care that goes into taking care of your meat, just a little. Even like Joey said, like soaking it in milk, take a lot of the gaminess and the blood out of it and just rinse it.
Right.
Dry it off.
It's a big deal. And then don't overcook it, dude. Don't overcook it. Roya, what she did this week was she put the skewers in water so they'd soak up moisture. And then when those skewers turn like brownish black, that's when you know the duck is done. So the bacon doesn't undercook or overcook, and the duck, because it's so squished together on the skewer, it like transfers the heat better.
Yeah.
So the middle almost always stays medium rare. It's lit.
It was amazing.
And then a big thing too, if you see a BB hole go into it and you don't see an exit wound through the breast, cut it right there at the BB entry,
Right.
and you will find the BB.
Right.
Almost every time.
That is a very good tip.
Because I have not chomped down on a BB in years.
I get very selective about how fast I eat duck depending on who's cooking it. Right. Not even lying to you.
Well, you'll see someone like cutting up a duck, and it's like, you probably shouldn't cook that piece. You know, it just looks like hamburger.
Yeah.
And there's like 30 BB holes through it, and it's like,
Yeah.
maybe give that one to the dog. You know?
Yeah.
Give that one to the dog. Just throw in the pan, cook it for the dog, and then they can sort out the steel and
Or just take the steel out of it and then give it to your dog. But whatever. Yes. Great point.
Or
Love
not.
that. Okay.
Last most frequently asked question here today is, how do you scout? It gets asked so much. And here is how you scout, man. You find out where the water is. You go find out where the birds are sitting at, and you go wait for them to leave, and then follow them to where they go. You know? And if you can't get to where they're going, get under them. So, like, if the roost is here and the field is here, you can't get permission on the X, go in between the roost and the X, and you will do a lot better. But say you're going out of state, we've said this many times about OnX, is that you look for the water, big water where birds are going to roost and a lot of potholes and whatever, depending on how you hunt. And then you look for corn. You look at the agriculture in the area. So if it's corn, you know you're going to do really well late season or even early season. The second corn gets taken off, all hell breaks loose in the waterfowl world. So corn, water. That's how you scout.
Bada bing, bada boom.
So hopefully that
simple
answers.
simple as it can get.
So hopefully that answers a lot of the frequently asked questions that we get every day, every week, every month, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So stay tuned for the next one. If you want to hear something else on a 10-minute Tuesday, comment below, and we will probably do yours next.
Slide into our DMs, per se.
Maybe.
Maybe.